Okay, so I was asked to make a video about transitioning tips, what products to use, and basically how do you get started on the road to going natural. I've actually only officially been natural for about a week now. I did my big chop on May the 26th, but I transitioned for 11 months before I actually did my big chop. So my last relaxer was on my last birthday, July 2nd. And these are just a few little tips on things that I use, on things that I did that were successful for me, because I'm really happy with my results thus far in my journey. So I would say the first thing to do is to really be ready for the investment and to understand that it's an awesome decision, and I'm really excited that you're even thinking about going natural. But to also know that when you transition, the most difficult thing about transitioning is that there are going to be two textures of hair on your head. You're going to have the hair that's already relaxed, and then you're going to have your new growth, your natural curl pattern growing out of your scalp. And the part where those two textures meet is very sensitive. And a lot of the products that work really well with your hair when it was completely relaxed aren't going to work as well because you have a new breed of hair growing out. So you're going to have to get basically all new products. And I would say starting out, go towards cheaper products because you don't want to get really expensive stuff only to find out that it's not going to work with your texture of hair. Because what works for me may not work for you. It works for the next girl, may not work for you. I would say to start out with, you don't want to shampoo a whole lot. I would say when you first decide to transition, go ahead and shampoo your hair with the sulfate shampoo, which is probably what you already have. Just look at the ingredients, which is one really important one. I shampoo about twice a month, but once you actually become natural, you can co-wash like every day if you want to, which is just conditioner only. So anyway, when you transition, it's probably not necessary for you to co-wash every day. I would say 2 to 3 times a week, wash your hair with just conditioner, really good conditioner. The higher a product appears in the ingredients list, the more of it that is in the product that you're using. So if like water is all the way at the bottom of the list, that means there's only a little bit of water. But if water is the first ingredient, that means the majority of the product is water. Okay? So but like VO5 is an awesome conditioner to start out with because it's really slick. It's easy, very easy to detangle your hair with VO5, and they smell good and they're super cheap. As you grow and you find other products that you like, that'd be cool. But I would start out with VO5, and I still use VO5 sometimes. What I like is this Alba coconut milk extra rich. I have the shampoo and the conditioner, but for co-wash, you remember you only want to use conditioner, no shampoo. So this is really good stuff, and it's basically all natural. It's really good, and I like it. But like I said, I would start out with VO5, but if you want to try this, you can try it too. I really like this, and I really love Elastic QP. I love all of their stuff. To me, all their stuff is really good, and this has so many vitamins in it, and it has tea tree oil, coconut oil, olive oil, fruit oil. I mean, there's so much good stuff in here, and it's really thick. I like it because it's not really runny. So I wouldn't use this to detangle. To detangle, I would stick with VO5. So like if you just took braids out, you just took twists out, you just took a hairstyle out, definitely use VO5. If you've been putting a lot of oils in your hair while you had whatever hairstyle you had in, then go ahead, you can use a sulfate shampoo. But if you weren't really putting anything, if you see flakes, when you take your hairstyle out, then your scalp's already dry. You don't need to use a sulfate shampoo. Use something, you can use a shampoo, but just use one that doesn't have sulfates in it. Anyways, so then this here. I personally don't use like a hard bristle brush. If I use one, it'll be just for my edges. You don't want to mess up your curl pattern. Like, when you're transitioning, you want to avoid heat. If you're going to use a blow dryer, I would use it in a cool setting. I would say don't flat iron at at all. If you're going to flat iron, at the most do it once a month. But I would personally say don't flat iron at all. Okay, the last thing you want is to get heat damage and you haven't really even started yet. Okay, excuse me. So I would say don't use it. Best thing you can get is extra virgin coconut oil. Now I get this from Walmart. It's $10 for this whole thing, and it lasts you forever. I've literally had this for like months and months and months. This is my second jar, and like I said, I mean, it's been almost a year. So this is really good stuff, and it's $10. My Walmart doesn't have it anymore. They don't carry it anymore, but most Walmarts do. And you know, you can get it from online too, or the health food store. It'll be higher, I promise you, at the health food store. So stick with Walmart. And that's extra virgin coconut oil. This is good stuff. You want the main thing that you want to do more than anything else is remember to co-wash and remember to oil your hair really good. I don't use grease, but oils are awesome. I just found out about this. This is vegetable glycerin, and a girl that I like totally look up to on YouTube, she uses this for her braid outs, and I think this is amazing stuff. I love it because it's really, really thick. It's not heavy, but the consistency is very thick, and I feel like it coats my hair very well. I don't have to use a whole lot of oil to get my hair to look shiny, to get it to look nice. So this is really, really good stuff, and it's like $8.99 for this big bottle. This is 16 ounces, so you get a lot for the money, and I got this from health food store. Also, I would recommend Cantu Shea Butter. I love this stuff. I literally use this every single day. Now when I have braids in, obviously I don't use it because it's white and I can't, you know, massage it in really good. But after I wash my hair, or if I'm just wearing my hair in puffs, or if I'm wearing my hair out, I always use Cantu Shea Butter, and I just massage my hair while I'm putting in this stuff. This is really good stuff. I don't use like lusters, you know, moisturizers like that. I use this. This is really good stuff right here, and this is like $5.99, and it's 16 ounces too. You can get a lot of it, and it lasts you a long time. I also use a strengthening treatment, but when you're just transitioning, you know, you want to keep your regimen really, really simple, so I would use this. I would definitely say get you some like ouchless bands, any kind of band. It doesn't have to be a specific brand, just any brand that doesn't have those little metal ties on, those little metal rings. Those metal rings really snag on your hair, especially when you're natural or you're transitioning, so I would recommend some of those. And like I said, I really don't use this hard bristle brush. This is my sister's, but like if you really want to slick your edges down, I guess you could use that. But normally I use this. I use a paddle brush because it really grips and grabs my hair more so than a comb will, but it's not damaging to my curls like a hard bristle brush is. So I really like this, and it grabs a lot of hair at one time if you're trying to get it in a ponytail, you're trying to get it slicked back. This is good stuff. And then a shower comb. This is for when you co-wash and you're detangling. Like I said, VO5 is really good for detangling, and you just want to coat your hair and section off in 4 sections, starting from this tip and then just coming out. You know how to detangle. And then a wide tooth comb. This isn't for, which you could use it for detangling, but I want a thick comb for that. You don't want to break any combs. But this with the pointed tip, you know, for partying and, you know, good stuff like that. And you also want to get you a really good vitamin. So this is good for your hair, your nails, and your skin. Overall health, but especially those three. And I use Women's One a day. There's another vitamin that I'm thinking about, but I want to ask my doctor first. Before I take, I'm really not big on pills, so before I take anything, I ask my doctor about it. And this one, these pills are big, so I chop them in half, and I take 1 a day. And that is it. If you have any questions that you'd like to ask me, I'm more than happy to answer them. And the truth of the matter is, transitioning is difficult. It's much easier to just cut your hair and, you know, wear it really short and let it grow out. But if you don't feel comfortable with really, really short hair, then definitely go ahead and transition, and you'll be fine as long as you stick with the tips, you know. Okay, so, you know, hit me up and I'll help you out, you know. I'm so excited for all of y'all. One love.